What's up, guys? Welcome to the Cash Craft, your daily dose of finance and technology news and updates. A daughter in India just lost a court battle over a government job. The reason why matters far beyond one family's tragedy. When a government employee dies, their family is often promised something called compassionate appointment, a job to replace the lost income. It sounds humane, a safety net when tragedy strikes. But the Madhya Pradesh High Court just ruled that this isn't actually a right you can inherit. And the legal reasoning reveals something most people completely misunderstand about government employment systems. Here's what happened. A man worked for the government. He died. His widow applied for compassionate appointment and got a job. Years later, the widow herself passed away. Now the daughter, the original employee's child, walked into court claiming she deserved that job. Her logic seemed simple. My father died in service. My mother got his compassionate appointment. Now I should get hers. The court said no. And here's where it gets interesting. Justice Vivek Jain didn't just deny the claim. He dismantled the entire premise. The ruling states that compassionate appointment is not a heritable estate or a property right that devolves by succession. Those are careful legal terms, but they mean something crucial. This isn't an asset you pass down like a house or a bank account. The court pointed to something called Article 16 of the Indian Constitution. It guarantees equality of opportunity in public employment. Every government job is supposed to be open to citizens on equal terms. Compassionate appointment is already an exception to that rule, a concession made when someone dies in service and their family faces immediate financial crisis. It's meant to prevent destitution, not create a hereditary claim to government paychecks. Now pay attention to this next part. The widow in this case had already received the compassionate appointment. She got the job. She worked. She earned a salary. The system did exactly what it was designed to do. It rescued the family from sudden income loss after the father's death. When the widow herself died, there was no second tragedy of a government employee dying in service. She had already been the beneficiary of the concession. The daughter's argument essentially asked the court to chain compassionate appointments together. Father dies, mother gets a job, mother dies, daughter gets a job. If that logic held, you could theoretically pass government employment down through generations, completely bypassing merit-based hiring. That's not a social safety net. That's a parallel system of hereditary government positions. The court cited precedent from the Supreme Court of India. Compassionate appointment exists to meet the sudden financial crisis that strikes a family when their breadwinner dies unexpectedly. It's emergency relief, not an employment pipeline. Once that crisis is addressed, once the family has income again, the exceptional measure ends. Here's what most people miss about this case. It's not about being cruel to a grieving family. It's about what happens when you confuse a temporary concession with a permanent entitlement. The daughter wasn't arguing she deserved a job on her own merits. She was arguing she inherited a claim to employment through 2 degrees of family tragedy. The court's response was clear. Sympathy for loss doesn't override constitutional principles of equal opportunity. The ruling protects something larger than this single case. If compassionate appointments became heritable, they'd warp the entire government hiring system. Families who experienced one tragedy decades ago would hold claims to positions that other qualified citizens could never access. The exception would swallow the rule. The question you should be asking is what compassionate appointment is actually meant to solve. It's designed for immediate crisis, when a family suddenly has no income and needs emergency help. It's not designed to guarantee multi-generational government employment. The Madhya Pradesh High Court just drew that line clearly. Personally, I think this ruling makes sense, even though it's harsh in the individual case. Compassionate appointment should exist. Families shouldn't be destroyed financially when tragedy strikes. But the moment you treat it like property that transfers through inheritance, you've created a system that contradicts the very principle of equal opportunity in public service. That's all for today, folks. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to the Cash Craft for more finance and tech news. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.